Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back. This is Daily Trading Analysis with a quick market update for today, September 6th, Wednesday. Today, it's the day in which we were waiting for Global Services PMI and ISM Services PMI. The first one at 9:45, we got for August the S&P PMI. We got less than expected. We were waiting for 51 and we got 50. That's really good. But at 10 a.m., the ISS Services PMI came way higher than expected. We were expecting 52, more or less the same as the previous one, but we got 54. And this is pretty bad because services is the part of the sticky inflation. Fed wants to really see progress on the services cool down, and we got ISM services 54, employment 54, business activity not cooling down, prices going from 56 to 58, really bad, and the new orders also going higher. So ISM services came worse than expected. And as you can start to think about, you know that markets don't like not getting expectations. So this is the Nasdaq. Again, we are waiting for this daily pivot resolution at 15,475. We are at this range, and today we got resolution to where? To the downside. The downside because when the market drop was right at 10 a.m. in which we got this big sell-off, more than 100 points on the Nasdaq, and from there we just try to find some kind of support, but each time we got rejected. And on the 30-minute chart, I was looking towards this support that we broke certainly like a hammer. Then I was watching for these single prints, meaning thin structure in which we were squeezing for a bounce, but we didn't get there. But look at the price action today. Price action today is just really bearish in a huge way. So from bottom of the range to top of the range, grinding lower, bottom of the range, now top of the range, now going lower again. So really difficult price action, and we are getting convergences, correlations with things like dollar, which is basically pushing higher. It's not continuing 105, but it's now getting a little bit of pullback. But again, this move on the dollar, it's really painful for stocks. We are waiting for dollar to really push towards 105.6. Yields, look at this. Yields, the 2-year yield, 2.77% today, above 5% again, and everyone is looking towards again this kind of rejection, 5.1%. The 10-year yield is in the green, 2.42%, reclaiming this previous 4.3%. So look at this squeeze. Dollar going higher, painful for stocks. Yields going higher. Everyone is expecting higher interest rates at this point, and the futures are also on interest rates are also moving towards 5.5%. So let me tell you, let me show you also. So we are going to see the Fed Watch tool, because this is really interesting. At some point this morning, we got these two on November and December were at this. So we were expecting pricing in 50% of a new hike on November and December. Markets retraced it a little bit. So we are now again at 525, 550, but markets are not liking today's data. Services is one of the things that we want, Fed wants, market wants to start slowing down, and we are not seeing progress in that direction. So not seeing progress means that perhaps the Federal Reserve is going to again raise interest rates. So markets are not liking it. And despite the fact that we are down here and we are trying to push higher, today it's Nasdaq minus 1.20% and the price action is far from bullish. Banks, as always, look at this, huge red for banks. All the sectors are in the red, not only technology, everything is in the red. Every single stock, Apple, 3.56 in the red. The worst stock performance on the day. Metals are in the red. Russell is in the red. Crude oil is 1%. So more bad news. Look at this squeeze. Look at this huge move on crude oil. This is a nightmare for the Fed. And it's because Saudi Arabia and Russia are continuing manipulating the markets with cuts on the production through December this year and towards next year. So that is artificially pushing prices higher. And this is the worst thing that we can see for the economy, because inflation is going to really push higher with these prices on crude oil. Manipulation everywhere in the energy market due to these two guys, Russia and Saudi Arabia. So be really careful because the outlook is really bad. Inflation is not going down as expected. Energy prices are going up. Dollar is really strong. Yields going higher. So prepare for the worst because I think there's more pain to come. I think that we are really in a situation in which we can really test these two bottom candles in ascending. So 15,000 is on the table. I think for the week we are going to see more action towards the downside. I don't think this action it's going to be retested, and 50,500 is already clear to the downside. So the outlook, the fundamentals are there, and I think we have to really see a pullback towards this zone or last week low, and also these kind of pivots and areas to be retested. So manage your expectations, because I think markets are trying to tell you something really clear, is that the tech is going to be down due to higher interest rates than expected. So prepare for that and you will be fine. Thank you for your time. If you found this video useful, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, because I upload videos every single day. For market forecast, market updates, and market recap, I appreciate your time as always. I hope you had a good trading day being short. Congratulations if you're a bear, because this kind of move it's quite logical, and I think there's more to come. So remember that discipline and risk management are key for success. Stay safe, everyone, and see you tomorrow.